Hello, YouTube. It's your boy, the Crazy Trader, and I'm here again with your favorite stock review. Like I always say, get money, don't make no money, and you always gotta risk it to get the biscuit. What am I going to talk about today? RVI. For some reason, I call it RVI. It's actually RV1 since the second fund is coming, so it is RV1 and RV2. But I've been calling it RVI for so long, I'm just going to stick to it. But I'm going to use RV2 when I talk about RV2. Okay, let's get the understanding that way. So RVI, which is Robinhood Ventures Fund One, right? I've spoken a lot about this stock for a very long time since it IPO'd. Before it IPO'd, I've spoken a lot about this stock. I have videos and videos about it. You can go back to some of my videos and watch it. But today there's another update. The update took place. I think it was in 7th August. I was going to talk about it, but I was like, yeah, I'll wait and see how it comes out. But now it's about time that we talk about this since the second fund is about to come out. I think tomorrow. Okay, so let's look at this stock. It's great. It's amazing. I am invested in it. I invested in the IPO. It did pretty well. Went up and came down. When it went up, maybe I should have sold and bought it down because it went all the way to $77, and now it's back to 28. But because I bought at the IPO, I'm still up a little bit. $270. That's 5%, and it's been what? That's 3-4 months since its IPO. Since it IPO'd, it can make if you can make 5% in 3-4 months. It's a good chunk change. Since even with high yield, high yield interest rate is about 3.45%. That's high yield savings interest for savings account. And I just made 5% in 3 months, which is pretty good. It was more than that. It was about 100% some time back. So for full transparency, my average cost for this stock is 26.73. Yeah, I bought it in the IPO at 25, but since I dollar cost average every day, so it's gone up slightly, which is fine with me. I have 196 shares. I'm hoping to have maybe 300. I don't know, but a little more than 196 shares. It's 4.38 of my portfolio. I'm up 5%. The market value is $5,500. Let's go down. As you can see, you see my daily cost average, but it's not happening because I don't have money in my account right now. Number of holdings 14. All U.S. technology. Inception date March 6th. Okay, 6th March. That's when this stock IPO'd, or when he IPO'd, I bought into it. And I've spoken about most of these things in Databricks, OpenAI, and on all of these things. So I'm not going to even talk about it. But it's a new investment that I want to talk about. Whatnot. RVR had their first investment in Whatnot. Let me show you. Um, so they had their first investment in Whatnot. This is Whatnot. It's an app that people use to sell, and I'll show you the app pretty soon. Um, the valuation of this is $11.5 billion, right? As of August 11, 2026, it's $11.5 billion. You could see just in 2020 during the Series A, this was 42 million. That was a valuation, and in 2022 it was 1 billion. 2023 3 billion. You can see that it gradually grew even in 2025, just last year in March. This was, I'll say, 5 billion. All of a sudden in 2026, this is worth 11 billion. The valuation is, but these are private valuations that is being given to these companies. And sometimes I want to believe that Robinhood invests. So the RVI is being invested in, I think, late stage and end stage private companies. That is the difference between RVI or RV1 and RV2. RV2 is early stage private companies, and RV1 is late stage private companies, right? So the early stage private companies will give you more money, which means if it was RV2 will invest in the fund, early fund A. So RV2 will invest right here in 2020. They will invest right here 42.8 million when the company is around this stage, this early stage. That's where RV2 will invest. RVI, which RV1 will invest around here, which is 11 billion. But if you invest around here, that means you have all these valuation, all these. So if you invest when the company was 42 million, now it's 10 times that, right? So you're making 10 times your investment, which is pretty nice, but it will take you about 5 years to get here because look, from 2021 all the way to 2026, it's taking about 5 years to get to that point. So RV2 is gonna take some time for you to see the money. RV1 will actually, you'll see money quickly than RV2. Okay. That's just the basic aspect of it. But let's go to the institutional holders, to the Robinhood Ventures Fund. I normally do this real quick before I move on to my next thing, and I try to do this. The institutional ownership is 16.42%. I want to believe it was a little less than that, but it went up a little bit. A few people increased their position, and you can see here LPL Financial, which is this institution. You can see the reporting, which is ending of June 30th, 2026. This is a new buy of 110,000 shares, new buy. Okay. You can see a decrease in here also, which is Events Net. Okay. InvestNet. I mean, I don't know. Investnet. I don't know how to say it. But also, there they are with a decrease of 38.6%. As of June 30th. You can see the same thing. I can go to the next page and you can see a lot more new buys, which is Prospera has new buys 19,400. You can see PLLC 16,000. You can see, you can look at the dates. All these dates, these are new updates for the fund. And I kind of like it. That means there's more investments coming through. And let's go to, this is not what I want to show you. Let's go to the app that Robinhood invested in. This is the Whatnot app. I don't know if you guys have seen it before, but this is an app that, what I normally see people do is people sell a lot of Pokemon cards on this app for some reason. I don't know why. It looks like a Pokemon selling card app. I don't know how well it's going to do, but I know it's very popular when it comes to buying and selling, and people are really using it to sell Pokemon cards. Apparently, people use it to buy and sell, like, very authentic, stuff, like designer goods and other stuff. I'm not too familiar with that side of the app. I know more about Pokemon cards when it comes to selling. It's also a new app that it has a lot of people joining. People are selling comic books. You can see sneakers. It looks like a good app. I don't know how its integration is going to be, especially having an app with like TikTok shops and all those apps in play. I don't know how well this app is going to do, but Robinhood, RVI has invested into it, so I'm hoping that it does well. We are hoping that all these apps that they are investing in become unicorns. I don't think all of them are going to become unicorns, but the one or two that becomes unicorns, we are going to love it, and then we are going to reap the benefits out of it. So yes, this is the new update. Robinhood has invested in Whatnot, and it's on a private market now. They haven't IPO'd yet. Hopefully, when it's integrated well into the public and they are ready to IPO, it's going to be good for the company, and maybe they are going to IPO. But mind you, a lot of these companies come and go. You should trust me. A lot of these companies come and go. So Whatnot has raised a total of 971 million, or over 12 funding rounds, which is less than a billion. But they have raised less than a billion, but they are actually evaluated at 11.5 billion. So that's about 10 to 11 times the amount that they've raised. So you could see that if you were invested in the first place around this side, you'll be 10 times or 11 times more, I'll say, getting more of your return on investment, your ROI. You're 10 times or 11 times getting more of that if this IPOs. Okay. But that's the reason why I like RVI, because even though they are investing in all of these, I can choose to say, you know what, I don't like RVI anymore, and my shares are not locked. I can still sell them and just take my money and just walk away anytime. But if and come back at any time when I want to invest into it. So RVI is a place where I, as a private investor, as a retail investor, can be able to access the private market. So I like it, and I will continue to like it, and I'll continue to buy. RV2, I'll talk about it later tomorrow, but this is our new update for RV1. So for everybody who is invested into it, Whatnot, that's what the new investment is right now. So hopefully they also do good in the portfolio. Anyways, I don't want to take too much of your time. Have a blessed day and peace.